warm up a little bit. Really cool Challenger. It's got a really strong 340 in it. Let it warm up a little bit here. '72 Challenger has a really strong 340. Interestingly enough, it has a 904 behind it. Not my preferred transmission behind a 340, as that's not what you would have got. Behind the 340, you would have either had the 4-speed or the 727. But whoever built this car, it was a 318 904 automatic transmission car originally. So when they built it, they obviously swapped out the motor from the 318. Nothing wrong with the 904 transmission, just not what you would have had behind a 340. Does what you want it to do, shifts up through the gears, down through the gears well. The car drives really nice. The 340 has great power. Power steering does what it needs to do. Power disc brakes do what they need to do. The disc brake conversion looks really new. Nice headers, dual exhaust, and just a really good driving Mopar. Doesn't have too much gear in it where you can't cruise at about 65, 70 miles an hour. And then the best thing about this car is whoever did the restoration work did a nice job. And the underneath is all body worked and painted, matches the outside of the car, and they did a really nice job. No issues on the bottom side of this car whatsoever. Interior is really clean. The gauges are all really nice and easy to read. Center console's nice. The seat covers look brand new. Headliner, visors, all that stuff looks really nice as well. Things that I can nitpick on the interior, some of the plastic pieces are probably original, and just from sun, being out in the sun, they get a little brittle on the top and kind of just a little chalky. Probably when this car was redone, they didn't have them repopped then, or who knows why they didn't replace them. But like the door panels and the interior A-pillar plastics there could be redone, and they repop them now, and they're relatively inexpensive. That would be the only thing that I'd want to do to the interior of this car to just kind of freshen it up even more. Nothing wrong with it now, just they have a little bit of wear. Has an aftermarket Pioneer stereo, works well. Has some speakers in the back. Looks like all of our gauges are working. The speedometer is reading. It is a little bit fast. Fuel gauge is working. Temp gauge is coming up good. Has some aftermarket LED dash lights, so at nighttime it's really easy to see the gauges. The voltage gauge looks like it's reading well, and it does have an aftermarket oil pressure gauge over there where the clock used to be. Under dash mounted tach looks like it's working right. .340 poles well. Yeah, pretty impressive on the 340. It's one of my favorite Mopar motors. This is a non-AC car, but the heater core's hooked up and the blower motor works well. Right now we're cruising, it says we're doing about 84, 85. We're doing about 70, 75. And it does great. We're doing highway speeds, and it's a very comfortable, easy car to drive. Well ironed out car mechanically. It's a lot of fun. Interestingly enough, I probably sell more 72, 73, and 74 Challengers and Cudas compared to the 70 and 71s. The 70 and 71 E-bodies for Challenger and Cuda, or Barracuda, have just got so expensive. They're just kind of, really, they're just unattainable. And then your next best thing would be the 72 to 74 Challenger, and we sell more of those than I do the earlier Challengers, just due to the price point. To get this same quality of a 70 or 71 Challenger, We have this Challenger in the mid 40s. If I was gonna have the same quality 70 or 71 Challenger, I'd have to ask in the upper 50s, even into the low 60s. It's just, that's what you have to pay for those cars now. So these are the next best thing, and they're still great cars, and you can get a lot nicer of a car for a lot less money. It's not a 70 or 71, but still a cool car to have. And again, we sell more of these than anything. Suspension feels really good, nice and tight. Like most Mopars, you get a couple little rattles, little squeaks here and there. Nothing that's egregious, just kind of a normal thing for a lot of Mopars. Finding a Mopar that doesn't have at least a little squeak or a rattle is pretty tough to do. But the suspension does feel really nice on this car. Again, motor feels great, transmission shifts nice and positive up and down through the gears. Just a nice car mechanically. Paint, really nice quality paint. I don't know exactly the color of blue. When we bought the car, the guy told us it was like a Viper blue, but he didn't have the code for it. Paint quality is really nice. Obviously, it was on the rotisserie. The floors and underneath are all painted and match the outside of the car. Really nice, clean, straight car down the sides. Few little imperfections here and there, but overall they did a nice job on the paint and body. Glass all looks really good. Windshield's really clean and easy to see out of. Side windows roll up and down really easy. No scratching in the side glass. And it's reading 20,230 miles. All right, last couple turns here and we'll head back.